welcome to another episode of Pillow Talk with your nurse and entrepreneur Adriana from Trinidad and Tobago. So guys, I hope you have your drinks, I hope you have your snacks because this episode will be nice and spicy. It is about STI'S and STD'S. So I'm giving my experience working in an STI clinic. And boy, let me tell you, it wasn't easy. I think most of my experiences, guys, is always something. So get your drink, get your snack, and come back and let's talk about this whole experience. Okay, so I was placed on an STI ward, or clinic, you could say. Yeah, STI clinic in the Southlands. And it was my first day, and I was oriented to the area, and I was also told like where I would be situated, what I need to do, and all of that. So first client came into the clinic, and it was a gentleman, and he also came with his wife. Yeah, it was a couple, right? And they came together to get tested. Now the gentleman had to come in by himself, and the female will have to come in by herself, because in this clinic, even though you come with your spouse, there's a section for males and there's a section for females, right? So the gentleman came in first to get screened and to fill out the paperwork, especially all the questions need to be asked. How many sexual partners do you have? What protection have you been using? When was the last time you had a test done? And what was the results? And all these things. Have you ever been tested before? And more questions and in more detail. But because this is YouTube, I wouldn't go to that extent to be blocked, right? So yes. So he answered all the questions, provided all the information, and he also told us that he realized like for the last week that his discharge is coming out through his reproductive organ, and it has a foul smell, and also he's bleeding. Then he noticed that he has some boils on his private parts, and I'm in my mind thinking, okay, is this what I think it is? But I'm just going with the flow, just listening and also asking questions too with the news, so I'll get the feel of asking the questions and all of that. So I'm just going with the flow, guys, as usual. So after that, now he had to go to the other room where he was actually going to be tested, and this is where some blood was drawn, using the proper equipment, and with gloves and all of that, proper hand hygiene, and blood was drawn, and plus they also took a swab of the area, seeing that he actually has boils and all of that, to really get into it, right? Now the rapid test was done, and unfortunately, yes, it was positive. He was a bit shocked when he was told that it was positive, but at the same time he was kind of aware, because the things that he used to do, having multiple sex partners and being unfaithful to his wife and all these things, he opened up to us, and it reassured him and let him know that really and truly it could have been prevented. He thought that he couldn't have gotten it, but he was unlucky that he got it. So sorry to say. Oh boy. So y'all, I'm being honest, this gentleman, he is very well built, he looks healthy from the outside. Watching someone, you cannot even tell that they have these issues going on with their body. That alone showed me that day that you need to be really careful when you're doing these things, and you need to use protection and get tested, you and your partner and all of that, because this thing is no joke, and you really have to be careful. So after letting him know that what is really his status and all of that, in my mind I'm thinking, okay, well, his wife is right outside, so obviously we're gonna call her and let she know what is going on. Yeah, but after he left the room and got his counseling from the counselor and all of that, he was in there for a little while, talking about treatment or talking about what his life would be like and things that he has to do from now on, and all of that. They were talking to him in a separate room. Now the wife coming in the next 2 minutes, so the nurses and the doctors was talking to us, the trainee nurses, and letting us know that with this profession and with this particular environment, you have to be very careful of what you say and what you do. And because we are professionals and because we took our oath, and we also abide to the nursing laws and nursing guidelines that patients have rights, patient confidentiality, and all these things. We as the health professionals cannot just come out and say, well, okay, this person is positive, this person is, this person has this person has that. We cannot be outright and say that. Individuals to actually disclose their status to their spouse. So I was like, Lord Jesus Christ. So you mean to say I just can't say anything? And yeah, so that's that. And so she came in, she got tested, she did the same screening just like him. We asked her the routine questions: how many sexual partners do you have? Have you ever done STD testing before? What was the result? All of the same thing. And she went into the same room, got some blood drawn to fit just a little bit to do the test, the rapid test. And yeah, she didn't have no complaints in terms of discharge and all of that. She was pretty much okay. And when the results came back for her, she was negative. And the thing about it, she was negative because she was using protection with her husband, because they actually was waiting to have kids later down, and they wanted to be protected until that time. So it's just like luck and chance, and you have to be so careful. So after seeing this whole incident with this couple, and y'all need to let me know in the comments, right? If it is you go with your spouse or whoever that you're with, and you go and get tested together, do you share the result with that one? Let them see the paperwork and all of that, let them know exactly verbally that what your result is. That is something that I think needs to be really serious in a serious relationship when that is the issue, right? So you need to disclose your status, you need to use protection, and luckily in this clinic, this STI clinic, they do a lot of teachings, they give the protections that the men and the women could use, and everything is right there, and you get your treatment, and they'll talk to you in terms of counseling and all of that if it is your positive. So I'll put something on the screen here now for those who want to go and get screening in Trinidad. There's a QPCC and C in the Southlands, and in Port of Spain too. The numbers are right here, all the relevant information, so you can screenshot it and really take note, because you really need to know your status, and you really need to be very careful. And in these times where people are having multiple partners and not being faithful to their particular partner, there's always the question in your mind thinking, what is really going on? I wonder if it is I have this thing or what. So just do your testing, just be protected, and abstinence is one way, protection is another way, and just go with God. Because at the end of the day, this thing is real and it's out here, and it's not just in the books, it's not just these people coming and talk to you in schools like this. And sometimes they do have teachers in schools. I remember when I used to go to secondary school, it used to have a sex ed teacher who would come and actually talk about it, you know, and let the students know about it from at a young age. And you know, with your parents too, they would always tell you good touch, bad touch as a little child, and all these things, and the birds and the bees and the horror stories. Yes, guys, but this is really serious, and it's something that we need to be mindful of when dealing with these things. So I hope you all enjoyed tonight's pillow talk, and if it is you did, I would like you to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Put your post notification up, because I'll be doing this at least once or twice for the month. Plus you'll see my regular vlogs throughout the week and any activities that I'm having. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.